Hello, beautiful beings. I just got done cleaning the lake house, and for the very first time in all the years that I cleaned the lake house, I stayed relaxed the entire time. It took some work, but I wasn't taking no for an answer. Right now, I have a piece of metal sticking out of my tire on the side, and I went to pull it out earlier. That's the divine, like, in my life, showing me, oh, you have a piece of metal sticking out of your tire, because where I'm parked, I have to walk up these stairs, down these stairs to the lake house, and so then I was walking up them, and my tire was eye level perfectly, and I saw that, and I went to pull it out. I was just like, uh-oh, I better not pull this out. Probably let all the tire out of my air. Yeah, or the air out of my tire. So I'm driving nice and slow, and I'm headed to Les Schwab to let them pull the metal out. Ancients, is there anything else we want to talk about besides how amazing it is, how calm I stayed? This is another pop quiz I'm going through right at this very moment, having metal in my tire. There's absolutely no need for me to worry or rush or feel rushed or hurried. I will post that Samanari Jayasara reading about work that I was gifted with a couple days ago. That has helped so much to fine-tune to shed the idea that I need to rush, that I need to feel panicked and hurried. I have plenty of time to clean the lake house. It used to be I was really panicked and hurried because I didn't want to leave Doozer alone. But it's just the way it is. And it's like the longest I ever have had to leave him is like 7 hours, which just feels like agony. But that was so rare, maybe twice in his whole life. So the rest of the time it's around 5.5 hours. It was 6.5 when I was bringing home, or when I was washing all the sheets at the lake house. But now that I'm bringing them home, it takes a substantial amount of time off. But today, I didn't look at the clock. I looked at it when I was still upstairs. I glanced at it because I was cleaning the stove, and it was some synchronistic number. It was still morning, and they were like, don't look at the clock for the rest of the day, and I didn't. And I was just like, that's a really, really good idea. And also I shifted gears, one gear down from two gears below panic. That's how I clean. Obviously people love it because I get a lot done in a short amount of time, but I can't seem to detach myself from my physical form going too fast. They're saying it's because it's my personal identity that is holding on for dear life to the idea that I need to get it done sooner than I do. Yeah. When I'm in presence, when I'm present, when I'm in my own natural state of being, there's no rush because it's happening exactly when it's supposed to. Oh, this Lionsgate portal. What a blessing. What a blessing. What a gift to change your life with just a shift. That's a poem that came in a while ago. I'm just going to ignore people that get, really close to behind me when I'm driving. I'm just going to go the speed limit. Yep. If I can get out of their way, I absolutely will. See, he slowed down. It's pop quiz after pop quiz. It was so cool because Celiche came to the lake house to do some maintenance, and I'm not used to people being there, and he was in the bathroom fixing the faucet that I told him about today that needed fixed, and he was on it. He went and got a whole new one and was putting it in there, and I forgot that he was there, or I didn't hear him come back with the parts, and so I came downstairs and he was coming out of the bathroom, and that doesn't usually happen. And I was just like, the deer in the headlights, but zero adrenaline. Yeah, no fear. Just surprise. So that's beautiful. It's like, no, I don't have any PTSD buttons left to push anymore. Yeah, wonderful. that it for now, ancients? Should you just go all the way to Les Schwab with me? Stop, guy. Oh my gosh. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. They would tell me, like last summer, I started getting this premonition. It was like, am I just thinking about it, or, you know, am I going to manifest this because it feels so intensely real? I just kept getting this vision of being rear-ended when I was driving, and twice in 1 week it happened. I was warning my whole family. This is how strong the feeling was and how strong the visions were that were coming in. I said, I don't know if it's me. I think it's me. And I asked them, did you have a warning or a feeling about being rear-ended? And they're like, no. And so, you know, we had the talk about, am I manifesting this? So I let it go as best I could, but I'm still on guard from last summer because it was just, oh my gosh, I'm still in shock that they didn't actually hit me. They were as close as they possibly could have gotten without actually hitting me. Yeah. So, but it hasn't happened since, and so I've really had to work on releasing being on guard so much, looking in my rearview mirror so much. It's good to look, but people are looking out for their own lives. You know, they don't want to run into me. That's a really good point. So, yeah, I don't have any fear right now because guess what? I have AAA. Somebody, I was holding satsang with somebody, and she said, well, talking about the hideously toxic man that she's with. They're not even in a relationship, but he still, you know, she still lets him control her. And she's just like, well, he does this and this and that for me. I said, well, if I need that stuff done, I pay $100 a year for AAA. Yeah, that was a couple days before she snapped at me. I put it all together a little bit later, and that's the one that I haven't spoke to for about 3 months, but we've come back together, and it's so beautiful. The love from her is so genuine, vice versa. However, I learned a very, very valuable lesson. When I'm holding satsang with a woman, and she's not ready to leave the abusive relationship, there's zero point in talking about him at all. What I'm picking up from him, which was just pure evil. Because he's a drug addict also, and the people that do drugs aren't necessarily bad, but the energy attachments are very, very bad for people that do drugs. It's not just, you know, malnutrition and stuff, why they're having such a hard life and not being able to get their shit together. They have attachments. So if somebody out there is brave enough to go around doing some energy work on these people, I admire you. I'm not qualified. I was talking to Salice today about how when people call me and they tell me that they feel like they have this something downstairs or something in their house or something on their property, can I come over and smudge it? I'm like, I'll let you know in just a few minutes whether I'm qualified or not. I used to go, yeah, absolutely, to everybody that wanted help in whatever way possible. I'm going to help you. No. So I'll just tune in to their home. I've never been there, but you know, energetically, you don't have to be there. If you've talked to this person, then you can feel their energy, and you know, if you're an empath, and Hyoka empath, yeah, or highly sensitive person. Are highly sensitive people super empathic also? Of course they are. They have to be. They're not just. Are there some people that are just like in this physical form? This physical form is just super sensitive, and they're not spiritually sensitive. I don't want to stop here. I want to keep going. I keep forgetting about it though. That's pretty amazing. To not think about something that would have scared I wouldn't have been able to stop thinking about it. My body would have been super tense. That's one thing to work on too. As far as releasing fear and worry, is to keep my body super relaxed all the time, no matter what's happening. To be super focused on that. To focus towards the body, not like on a flat 6-pack abs stomach or 8-pack abs stomach, but to focus inside to presence where it's so quiet. Well, it's quiet outside too, but when I focus inside, I guess that just reminds me of my natural state of being, and no matter how much traffic there is or noise, whatever, it's always quiet. Someday soon, sooner than I think, I'm going to live somewhere where I will rarely hear any traffic at all. Because I don't need that to be peaceful, to feel peaceful anymore. Trovesiamo. I just feel like bringing you with me. Yeah. If I have to call AAA, I want you with me. Thank you for your support, my beautiful hippo subscribers. Even if you're not subscribed and you've listened to this whole video, you are a hippo. Obviously, I love hippos. Yesterday, did I already tell you this? Did I tell you this morning? I had different colored lipstick on this morning. Yes, I told you about the Matrix Marathon. Yes. Do you agree that when I get to Les Schwab, it's not going to be busy at all and they're going to get me right in? And they're going to pull the piece of metal out, and it was barely stuck in there. Didn't hurt the tire at all. And I thank you for that agreement. And I also know that these tires are new enough to where I won't have to buy all 4 brand new tires. Did you know that on Subarus that if you bring in an unfixable tire at Les Schwab, maybe other places also, that if the tread wore too much than the new tire, then you have to get all 4 new tires? Oh. That's not happening in my life. They already reassured me of that earlier. They're like, no, you haven't worn down the tread long enough. So, is there anything else we'd like to talk about? Should I pause it and then let you know what happens after I get done at Les Schwab? Okay, we'll be right back. Hello again. So I'm at Les Schwab. I made it, and he just came out and checked it, and he said, "Yep, it's all the way in your tire." So I'm just gonna sit here for a while. It's pretty interesting how things work out, huh? Yeah. I wonder why it's happening. Who knows? One of the things that I like to think about when something like this happens is that it's just, it's all divine timing, of course, and so it's keeping me safe somehow. satsangwithmamaji@gmail.com. We love you so much.